Hi folks, and just a quick setup to today's video. The reason why I tried out a Golf Mark 8.5, the new updated one, was because I've currently got a Golf Mark 7.5 and they're both 1.5 petrols. The Mark 7.5 is generally considered quite a high point in Golfs. The Golf Mark 8 came after that and was criticised for its glitchy screen, software and infotainment problems, but they updated it with the Golf Mark 8.5. So I tried it today. Thank you very much, Elias from Mon Motors at Gloucester, Volkswagen. Excellent service. You gave me the keys and let me get on with trying out the car. Unfortunately, the figure to change was almost 20,000. So that's a no for me. For me, that's a no-brainer. I'm not going to sell a 2018 Golf, which is a good car with 60,000 on it, to buy a 2024 Golf, which is very similar. But anyway, the video explains it, and enjoy.
Today is the 31st of July and I'm in Gloucester, and I have got this Golf R-Line out on test. The reason I've got out on test is I've always liked Golfs. I've got a Golf 7.5 and I want to see how this new generation, what they call the Mark 8.5, compares to my Golf. This one is on at 28,000 and with about 5,000 miles on the clock, would have been 36,000 new. And mine's worth about 12,000, and I'm really happy with my Golf 7.5. So the question is it worth the upgrade? The 8.5 was changed, it came out about a year ago, so they made a few styling changes compared to the Golf Mark 8, just smooth things up a bit, gave it some new alloys like these ones. This is in pure white, so this is solid white with optional extra 18-inch leads alloy wheels. I think it looks quite nice. Yeah, it does very much look like a Golf R. Obviously it doesn't have the 4 tailpipes at the back, but it's a pretty smart looking car. Not sure about these wind deflectors though. I think they've been added on as an extra. I think they're a bit boy racer. Let's have a look at the interior of the car now. Okay, let's look at the interior now of this Golf R-Line Mark 8.5 as it's called. So I'm looking at the screen. It's a 12.9 inch infotainment screen. That was the most contentious part of the Golf Mark 8. The old screens used to have lots of glitches, lots of software problems, and also you can see here it wasn't backlit. So your air conditioning, so to cool it down or to heat it up at night, you had no idea what you were doing with these. You're just stabbing around in the dark. But the salesman, Elias, who's excellent by the way, he tells me that they are backlit now. That was one of the changes they made in the 8.5 because the 8 had been criticised so much. Another change in the 8.5 is you have proper buttons now on the steering wheel. Before they were haptic, and that was a bit of a nightmare as well because you could just go near the button, and being haptic, it would think, all right, I'm going to do this command for him. And you'd end up inadvertently putting the volume up, muting the car, that sort of thing. So it's good to see the return of traditional buttons. Interior quality wise, yeah, it's pretty good. I don't think it's majorly much better than my 7.5, my 2018 Golf actually. This, I do quite like the trim effect there, and then being the R-Line, it's got these really nice high-backed sport seats. I hope you can see those. But I do find the interior is quite oppressive, and in the back my kids wouldn't get great view because they'd be blocked by the R-Line sport seats. The other thing I think about the interior as well is my Golf has a white headlining, and this being a sporty trim one, it's a black headlining, and it does feel pretty dark and oppressive in here. You can get a panoramic sunroof, and if I was looking for a Golf 8.5, I'd probably be looking for one with a panoramic sunroof. Not that there are that many around. So what's it like to drive and to sit in and be in this generation? So 2025 Golf R-Line. It is quite a bit plusher than my 2018 Mark 7.5. Not hugely different. I like that the seat can go down really low, and I do like these sport seats. I think in terms of the cabin quality, I don't think they've moved the game on much with the 8.5 compared to my 7.5. Driving impressions, it's got the same engine. It's got the 1.5 TSI that I've got in my Golf. The 7-speed DSG shifts gear very easily, and I haven't had a chance to try out the fuel economy in this car. It's claimed to do 51 miles per gallon combined, and it probably would do that because my 2018 Golf with the same engine, that does 50 to 60 miles per gallon on a motorway run. So yeah, pretty nice. Again, thanks to Elias and Mon Motors here in Gloucester for the tryout of the car. I'll be keeping my Golf Mark 7.5 for a bit longer, but I will keep an eye on these 8.5s, and I'll be looking for one probably about 2 or 3 years old when the prices start to soften.